Hey everybody, thanks for joining me for another episode of the Layman Video Gamer. I just received another package, another game, so let's go open it up. So I'm really excited about this one. You guys have probably seen an earlier video where I got a Super Nintendo game, and I told you there were 3 that I wanted when I was collecting and started collecting again for this system. 3 games that I really wanted towards the top of my list. One of them I put in a video already. This one is the second of those games, and well, let's just open it up. So this is Super Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. You guys have already seen it. I've already done a Super Star Wars video in the past. This is the second one, obviously, Empire Strikes Back, and this is a not complete. I really like the box, and the game was in great shape, so I went ahead and did it. So at any rate, so what we've got is just the game. There is no anything inside other than the game, but it is in great condition. The sticker is pristine, so I'm really happy about this and I can't wait to play it. This game came out in 1993. It's a lot like Super Star Wars. In fact, it's exactly the same, just using Empire Strikes Back scenes instead. Now this one didn't win any awards, however, it did get high reviews, and I guess we'll see how good it is when we pop it in. Let's do it. So while we're on the title screen here, let me tell you what I paid for this thing. You're gonna find that you can probably buy this complete in box somewhere around $30, $40 complete in box. Unfortunately, I paid about $30, which isn't great because of the fact it does not come with the manuals and inserts. You should definitely find something around that price and get everything complete in box. So with that out of the way, the great thing that I have always liked about any of the Super Star Wars games is that they have awesome cinematics. You know, let's move this along a little bit. So like I said, it has these awesome cinematics. And for me, that like totally makes the game because it really draws you in and it just kind of shows off the system. So much like Super Star Wars, you start out as Luke. This time you have a lightsaber instead of a gun, but you can get a gun too. But you start out with your lightsaber, and it's the same old, same old. It's the side-scrolling run and gun. It's only single player. I don't know if I mentioned that in the Super Star Wars review, but it is a single player only. You cannot play against each other. But this is a run and gun. Came out in 1993 here in North America in June, and in December of 1993 in Japan, and then February of 1994 for the European Union. So obviously this is the sequel to Super Star Wars. This one has 12 megabits of action in it. That's what it boasts, 12 megabits of action. And that's a pretty good size actually for this. It comes with 3 different player perspectives. So there's a level where you're in the Millennium Falcon. There's a level in a snowspeeder. And of course you've got this side-scrolling that you see here. And if you've been paying attention, you listen to the sound effects. They're really good. I still don't understand all these creatures, though. Just like Star Wars, you have these crazy creatures, and I understand you have to have something to kill, but what's up with these things? This giant 5-fingered plant shooting stuff at me. Other than that, it's very well done. And much like Super Star Wars, this is really, really difficult. And the one thing that Super Star Wars was missing was a way to save it. This one does come with a password system, so you plug that in, it'll allow you to proceed to the level in which the game ended last time. You don't have to go all the way to the beginning of the game when you're at a continues. So this one does include Mode 7 graphics, which is what Super Nintendo's famous for. And allegedly, there was a stage where you were in an asteroid field that utilized the Mode 7 graphics, but it had to be cut because the cartridge just couldn't hold it. It was too small. So, there you go. Now, while the controls are similar to the first Star Wars, it does feature a double jump, which was not present in the first one. You can play Luke Skywalker, you can play as Han Solo, you can play as Chewbacca. And in this installment, you actually get to use your primary and secondary weapons, which was not in the first one. Also, Luke can collect force powers to use for later levels. He can block incoming attacks using his lightsaber, or deflect blaster fire, just like the movie. Han Solo can throw grenades, Chewbacca has a new power-up. If only I could pass this stage to see it! But the coolest of them all is that Darth Vader appears as the final boss. And I cannot wait to get to that point. So this giant ice monster thing, whatever it is, it's actually not that hard. I actually thought it might be harder, but the pattern's pretty easy to figure out. Once you do that, of course I've been frozen a million times, but once you figure that out, it's pretty easy to beat this guy. Now, there's a lot of frustrating things in this game. It's just very, very, very hard. And sometimes finicky. Like these stupid little bats, they're the bane of my existence. So after a million times of going through this particular level, I just finally said I can't do it. Can't do it. I'll have to spend a lot more time with this at a later time. So for our purposes, this is as far as I go. So as you can see, I still have a lot of work to do. I'm not all that familiar with the game yet. Well, I just need to get the wheels back on, if you know what I mean. But I will say this, graphically, I love the game. The only problem that I have with this is the repetitiveness. It's a lot of the same thing, but it's cool to see what they did with the game based on the movie. But for me personally, I don't know about the replay value. It's something that I'll probably stick to it and I'll try to win it. But after that, it'll just be a part of the collection. And if you love this kind of game, that's great. It's just not for me. But it's a great game to have in my collection, so I'm really, really happy to have it. So that's it for today. I'm Scott Tommaso, and we'll see you again on the Layman Video Gamer. Go get your game on. I gotta go get mine on.